receive a boost. This is because the Stephen AKINTAYO Foundation is set to launch its $5 million in 5 years grant to support about 1,000 SMEs. As an investment and personal finance growth coach, Dr. Stephen AKINTAYO is passionate about influencing budding entrepreneurs by teaching them the ropes in investment strategies. The aim of the initiative is to replicate his success as an entrepreneur while also teaching people financial mistakes to avoid. The initiative, which will run from 2023 to 2027 on Sunday the 15th of 2023, Dr. AKINTAYO, MD of GTEX Holdings and founder of the Stephen AKINTAYO Foundation, joins us now via Zoom. Thank you for joining us on TVC Breakfast.
Thank you for having me. How are you doing today?
Very well, thank you. Now, your foundation recently launched the $5 million fund for 5 years to support 1,000 SMEs. Talk to us about this, especially what inspired the creation of the fund.
Well, thank you for having me. I started our company 15 years ago, and I started with just about 1,000 naira. And I knew how tough it was to scale because, to get a loan, to have anyone support you. I've had to shut down my offices many times during that 15-year period because I couldn't even afford to pay rent. And so as we begin to grow, we're not where we want to be, but we're not where we used to be. I felt that we gain a lot of experience, exposure, that we can pass on to younger entrepreneurs. So we started this during COVID-19 when we realized that a lot of businesses were struggling, but it wasn't this structured. So giving some people $1 million to support their business, some people 500,000. But now we've come up with a fund for the next 5 years that is very structured. It grows by the time. This year we're only giving 24 people. Next year, it's increased to 48. 2025, it increased to 120. And that's how it grows. So in total, we then have about 1,000 by 27.
Now, could you give us a better insight, especially a breakdown of how the fund is to be dissipated in terms of percentage?
Well, basically, what we've done is $5,000 grants per entrepreneur. The process is very simple. You apply on Akita University, MrAkitaFoundation.com. That's the website to apply. We have different categories of applications. We have agriculture, we have renewable energy, we have tech, we have young artists. So we have different categories, about 12 of them. So you pick which one fits your own current business and you can get applied. We shortlist top 50 and those top 50 will have opportunity to be promoted on my own platform, my email and social media, so that we're also giving them visibility. And then from that top 10, the top 10 that will pitch on an Instagram live, and from that top 10 will pick 2 for this year. So every month, two people will be picked this year, and that accumulates into 24 for 2023. Now next year it's increased to 4 people per month. That gives us 48. The year after it increased to 10 per month. And then the year after it increased to 20. And like that till the 2027 when it's going to be elapsing. Hopefully we may be able to extend it or not, but it's up to the organization. Majority of the fundings is coming from GTEX Homes, real estate arm, where we launched a 1,000 housing unit. So a portion of what's coming from that is going towards supporting these SMEs.
Now that you have told us how you got the funding, let's look at who are those that can take advantage of this. Are we looking at existing businesses or startups, and how many people can actually come together, maybe as clusters? Can they take advantage of this?
Okay, very good question. So first of all, it's for startups, but they've started. We don't want just ideas. Ideas are good, but until they are, acted upon, they're just in the air. And many people also have similar ideas. So we're looking for people who have just started a business, but it has started. You've been able to demonstrate the value you bring to the marketplace. You have been able to demonstrate that people are willing to pay for that value. And then we're hoping that the $5,000 grant helps you to scale it even more. Those are the kind of people we're looking for. Of course, partners, if there are 2 founders or 4 founders who started the company, why not like a group of companies? We also advise that if your company is a bit stable, you don't need to apply, so that you give chance for a lot of younger businesses to be able to leverage on it. We're also giving the money. It's not as if we have all the money. We're looking for money to build our houses as well. So everybody always needs money in business. But it's out of the little you're making. If you have a heart to say, can we channel a portion to still help as many people as we can? That's all we're doing. It's not as if we have money or we have everything all figured out. No.
Right. So are there perhaps increasing this funding from what it is now, $5 million to perhaps 10, 15 in coming years?
Absolutely, yes. The answer is yes. We have a vision 2035. The goal is to build 25,000 housing. So we hope that the success of those projects becomes, what is able to help fund this grant and be able to even increase it. Secondly, also is that we know that as you start funding like this, a lot of friends, a lot of partners, a lot of other organizations will ultimately approach us at some point to say, hey, we have more funds so that it can be released to more people. Because one of the unique things about what we're doing is that we're not just giving people money. They are going to be given access to state-of-the-art universities, and unlike portal web from Robert Kiyosaki, John Maxwell, Grant Cardone, myself, great entrepreneurs have done courses to help these entrepreneurs succeed, to help them in their personal, their business and structure for their business as well. So the top 50 are even getting not just money, they will be able to get the opportunity to have training. Also, many of the winners as well, even those who don't win, will also have opportunity to have like office space. So we currently have about 7 offices in Nigeria. We have 4 outside Nigeria, Dubai, US, UK. We're adding 10 new offices in Nigeria this year. So we're giving an opportunity for some of these people to also be able to use our office location. I can't even afford to have certain, offices in certain high, brow locations. And so these are part of what we're giving them. Also, it's an apprenticeship opportunity, because you also, we are growing our business and pick a thing or two as to how you can replicate that yours as well. So we are hoping this goes beyond just the money they're getting, but they're able to find a role model, they're able to find an apprentice model to help them scale their own business as well.
Right. You mentioned that this began in 2020, and I am wondering if there are success stories that you can speak to us about.
Absolutely. We have quite a very amazing one. We had a lady who, she called herself cobbler. She makes shoes. And, she was able to win at the 500,000 category of the grant. She's gone ahead to employ more people. In fact, she came first runner-up of the Titans reality that gives, I think, another extra 20 million to entrepreneurs. We have another lady, she does